Hello, welcome back. Jess Flicks with Jesse once again. Gonna have some more reviews coming up soon, but I thought I'd jump in real quick because something popped up that I've been kind of excited. I've been hearing about for quite a while, and that is The Strangers Chapter 1. So from what I understand, this is kind of a remake, reimagining, prequel type thing to The Strangers, which came out in 2008. And big fan of that movie. One of the better, home invasion movies, I'd say, in my opinion. Very creepy, very effective movie. Loved it. It was a very indie movie, but it was just really well done. Very suspenseful, scary, effectively scary movie. And then the sequel, Strangers Prey at Night, was actually pretty fun. Different type of movie. Very similar, obviously. It was the type of movie, but I won't say I found it more enjoyable. It was more fun, but it was probably just because of the music, and they did some fun stuff with that in there. And yeah, anyway, I'll review both of those eventually before I get too deep into it. But I found both those movies very enjoyable. Kind of messed up. The first one especially kind of really stuck to my ribs. I remember after seeing it in the theater with the girl I was seeing back at the time, we were both kind of, ooh, it's kind of fucked up situation, especially the randomness of it. Anyway, I'm going to ramble on. I don't like to do that. I'm going to try and get into the video right away, but I do want to say what has me very excited about this are two things. One is that the director is Renny Harlin, and I'm a big fan of his. This guy goes back old school. Nightmare on Elm Street 4, I believe. Die Hard 2, Cliffhanger, Deep Blue Sea. Some really cool movies, really fun movies. And the fact that he chose to do this, I think he was a fan. I guess obviously he was a fan, I would hope. That he so much so that he wanted to go in and put his touch on this. Second of all is apparently they have shot 3 of these movies back to back. And they're going to come out in succession. I don't know, I think it's going to be over a pretty quick succession, not like... I don't know if it's going to be months apart or not, but I know it's not going to be scattered out over years. So that's exciting too, and that's really fun. So when they do something like that, to me at least, I feel like, unlike the most recent Halloween trilogy we got, I feel like they have an idea or a plan going all the way through, and they're not making the shit up as they go along. We'll get into the Halloween stuff. I got to go back and revisit all that, but anyway. Really drew that out. My bad. I apologize. Let's get into this and we'll talk later. Okay, so Strangers Chapter 1. Let's check it out.
Do you know what today is?
Today is the 3rd day of our 3-day road trip across the country.
Or our 5-year anniversary. What a cool little town. I actually like this so much better than a hotel. I bet the people who live here are really happy.
Tough crowd, right?
Hi.
Hi.
Do you hear that?
Hear what?
The silence. It's nice. Is Tamara here?
No.
I think you have the wrong home. That was weird.
You are the messiest eater on the planet.
Lock the front door! Because you're here.
All right, so that was the trailer for The Strangers Chapter 1. I mean, I'm into it. It looks pretty good, actually. Let's see, where do I want to start on that? So it does definitely look like a remake, but with some differences. I mean, there's obviously a lot of stuff that's very, very much from the original movie. I did like the reveal, like the when the girl's taking the shower and she steps forward and Sackhead's standing right there. It reminds me, there's that scene in the first one with Liv Tyler and he's just there, like he's in the doorway behind her in the house already, and that was chilling. And that kind of gave a good vibe of that he's there already in the house. There's a bit of that here. Definitely some changes, of course. Different stuff. It feels like definitely much more of a Hollywood production. Not in a mean way. I don't mean that like in a bad way. It just definitely feels like, this has been made before. What can we do different? What can we step on the shoulders of the people that came before us and do to change it? Which is cool. I mean, we don't want to see a shot-by-shot remake, right? But it's also saying that it's how they became the strangers. Because we do know, I think in the first one, that they even say that at the end, the strangers. It'll be easier next time. And so yeah, there's stuff there. There's definitely a difference in the dynamic with the couple. They seem fine. That's great. They seem loving, cute couple, young couple. And in the original, I think one of the cool things about it, to me anyway, at the time, especially when I seen it with the girl I was with and stuff, there was like this dynamic of something was wrong, and I don't remember I haven't watched it recently, but I don't remember if they had truly addressed it, because I know they were coming back from like a wedding, and I don't know if he had proposed and she turned him down or something like that. It was just implied, but there was something off, like they definitely still cared about each other, but something wasn't right, and that added like a real thick layer to those characters that I think it's obviously different in this. I'm not saying it's worse. Maybe it's worse. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't dig too deep into that yet and make my mind up. That's a heavy one. But there's a difference there. There was some cool imagery for sure in the trailer. I dig it. They didn't fuck with the strangers too much themselves. I don't know how much we're going to find out about them. The mystery behind them was kind of what made it so cool in the first, not cool, but scary, in the first one, was that why are they doing it? I mean, there was no good reason. And then that takes me, probably to my biggest nitpick, if I can, with this. And I don't mean to judge too early, it's just a trailer. But the line at the end when she says, "Because you were here." But in the original it was because you were home. And it's just like, there was something chilling about that line. And this seems more kind of ambiguous. I don't know if that's the right way of putting it, but it felt off. And maybe that's just because I've had 2008, 16 years to sit. God, I guess it's been that long to sit on that line. And that line always, I thought that was really chilling. And I think that was the punchline of the movie, was why are you doing this? It's because you're home. That simple, that messed up. That was what was kind of fucked up. It brought everything in that movie together to that point of, that's really how, that's a chilling moment of that whole thing, that whole premise. Everything about it was just because you were here. You answered the door. We knew you were home. That's why we did this. Because you were here, I don't know. Maybe it's just a trailer line. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. That stuck out to me though. Like, that one thing really did more than anything else in this trailer. But all the same, I'm excited. It looks well made. It does look scary. I hope it doesn't diminish. I don't know. Let's say diminish. The first one was really good. It just really was. It was really disturbing. It really felt real. It was a bit extreme. Okay, it was a bit hyper, bit much, but it still felt like something that could happen. Like, home invasions are very real. Hopefully this one doesn't go too over the top. And I'm curious to see what they do, because they have done 2 others that are coming out. And I'm not sure. I feel like, and spoiler, potential spoilers, this stuff's been out, so I can't say it's a spoiler, but for what may happen down the line, if you don't want to know, stop now. But I do believe that the lead actress talked about like how they filmed all 3 movies. So I understand she's involved in all 3. So it's I'm curious to where they go with it, because the original series did not lead on with with Liv Tyler coming back for the sequel. It was a totally different group of people or family. So I don't know. I'm curious to see where they go with it too. Already, I mean, the first one hasn't came out yet, right? But I'm still looking forward to what happens next. So yeah, I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm game. I'm definitely interested in checking this out, and yeah, cool, man. And then Rennie Harlin, again, big fan. So he's a fun director. I've had a lot of fun with his movies growing up, even. So I can't bash anything yet. A couple of things that kind of like caught me off guard, or caught me wrong, I guess, about it. But overall, I think it looks like a good time. I'm there for it, man. I don't hate remakes. I don't hate things like that necessarily. They can be better. They can be better than the original. I'm getting the controversy on that at some point in time when I started going through these kind of movies, which I'm going to do soon. But yeah, I mean, my best example would be The Thing. The original came out, god damn it, was it the 50s? The Howard Hawks produced The Thing, which I love. I love the original, The Thing from Another Planet, Another World. Thing from Another World. I will watch that like a lot. I love that movie. I think it's great. I love the way they talk in those old movies. Fun flick, man. I really love it. But the 1982 John Carpenter, The Thing, holy shit, is it one of the greatest movies ever made. It's easily in my top tier of movies. I will do that list someday, okay? Probably on my deathbed. But I will do my top movies of all time. And that one's going to be really high because it's a really, really awesome movie, and it's technically a remake, maybe a reimagining, because they're both based on a book, right? Point in case, I don't hate on something just because it's a remake. Time has shown us again we can deny it and act all high and mighty about our horror pedigree and stuff, and act like, oh, it's not as good as the original. And it's like, fuck yes, it is. It's way better than the original. I mean, we'll get there. We'll get there. There's going to be a time and a place for that. Point in case, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about this. How do you feel about the original? How do you feel about the sequel, Pray at Night? And what do you think about the trailer? What do you think about the fact that Rennie Harlin, of all people, is doing this? Because that to me is one of the things that stands out the most. Is this like a very established and seasoned director coming to remake a modest, call it a modest. It was probably a hit when it came out. It was a hit when it came out, I think. But a modest horror movie from 16 years ago. Very curious about that. That part has me piqued the most. So I have really high hopes. It looks cool. It definitely looks good. And can't wait to check it out. And then we'll do a review when that happens. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Please. And if you haven't already, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Good, bad, negative. What you think about my Funkos in the back, since people want to shit on that, apparently, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Until next time, take care.